Greetings, greetings. Welcome to my annual tarot check-in. It is Day-Oyabunmi. Happy New Year! Woo woo! Aren't you so excited? It is 2022. The last year literally flew by. I'm like still in shock at how quickly this time is going by. But thank you so much for joining me. Before we get started, if you are interested in a personal New Year check-in, please check out my website, daydreamalston.com/store. I offer a highly accurate and very detailed month-by-month picture of what you can expect for the new year, as well as spiritual divine guidance and advice. So if you're interested in that, check out the website. While you're there, I also have Ifa readings, Orisha readings, general tarot readings. I have Ifa-Orisa related ebooks, online courses, and don't forget to check out my Patreon if you're interested in joining a spiritual community. Ashe. So I put up a poll on my community tab on YouTube, and I asked my patrons, shout out to my patrons, shout out to my divine tribe. Hey, love y'all. And I had you all vote on what your preferred format would be for the reading, and you all chose that we look at spirituality, love and relationships, career and finance for the year of 2022. So that's how we're going to do it. I wanted to use some decks that have some melanated humans in them, that have a bit of representation, show people of different races. So I've chosen the African American Tarot, the Modern Witch Tarot, and the Miss Cleo, Tarot Power deck. Let me tell y'all about this Miss Cleo deck. It's no joke. So people got a lot of jokes about her being a fake psychic, but this deck is high ashe, okay? A lot of power. We're also going to get some ending messages from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, okay? So let's get into it. Let's start off by looking at what we can expect in terms of our spirituality and spiritual practices in the year of 2022. All right, what can we expect? Thank you to my guides, to my own higher consciousness. I'm so grateful for this gift that I have, where I'm able to channel clear and accurate divine messages. Please support me in seeing clearly what we can expect in terms of spirituality for the year 2022. Some of you are going to be feeling the urge to go in a new direction when it comes to your spiritual practices. I say that because of the Seven of Cups here. You're really trying to figure out what the best fit is for you in terms of your spirituality and spiritual practices. You may actually develop some type of new practice, some type of new passion that will send you in a new direction when it comes to your spiritual practices. We have the Seven of Chalices, the Knave of Wands, the Two of Wands. Some of you are at a crossroads with your spirituality, with your spiritual practices. That's something we're going to see this year for sure, where it's just like you're kind of feeling nudged to go in a new direction. For some of you, that may be scary, but I see that there's something you need to acknowledge. There's definitely something you need to acknowledge, something you need to be aware of when it comes to your practices. Like, don't ignore how you feel. If you're feeling drawn in a new direction when it comes to spirituality, it's okay to explore other things. I think sometimes we feel like we have to choose one path and stick with that path for the rest of our lives. And for some people that works, right? But then for other people, that's not the case. That may not be your life path to stick with one religion, one spiritual practice. Some of you may be feeling pulled between two particular spiritual practices with the Two of Wands here. Some of you are going to be drawn to a new spiritual practice that's been in your family for a long time, whether you know that or not. And it's like you came from heaven with that spiritual practice. And I say that because of this baby here. You're really passionate and fired up about a new form of spirituality. Some of you are going to feel like you have to protect your spiritual beliefs. I say that with this Knave of Wands here. You'll feel like you have to protect your beliefs, right? Your practices. You're being encouraged to go towards the spiritual practices that feel the best to you. If something doesn't feel right anymore, it's okay. Don't be afraid to leave stuff behind that doesn't work for you anymore. That just might be your path. With the wheel coming out, which represents the wheel of fortune, what we see is that there is good luck, good energy that can come to you at this time because of your spiritual practices. So this year you might see your rituals work very well. You might see your offerings, to your ancestors, your altar work, whatever you're doing might produce results in a way that you haven't seen up to this point. Like you might have felt like your shit wasn't working, and now you're feeling like, man, things are really coming together for me spiritually. What else do we need to know about spirituality for 2022? Yeah, with the Tower card, some of you are experiencing the disintegration of a practice. You're experiencing the loss of a practice, but it's not where it's like a bad thing. With the Tower, maybe you're becoming aware that this path is not the right path for you, and it's time to look in a new direction, to move in a new direction. This may come like quickly, kind of like a bolt of lightning with the Tower here. Like you might have some sudden epiphany where you see clearly that, okay, this is not what I expected. This is not what I want. I'm going to go in a new direction. For some of you, and maybe even for some of the people close to you, this is going to come as a shock. They're going to believe that, where they'll say stuff like, oh, I can't believe that you've changed your mind about this. I can't believe you lost your faith in this. With this Tower card and this flooding, flooding is going to be an issue in 2022, and it's really going to challenge our faith. So be on the lookout for that. People along like coastal, the coastlines might have some issues, and maybe not. This could be inland too with these mountains here. Yeah, so know that that's something that can come in and kind of throw things off for you spiritually, where you're kind of questioning spirit and God. With the Empress card here, again, we have this emphasis on water. Your emotions are going to be your key to spiritual growth this year, so please pay attention to your emotions. I do see, the divine feminine being very important in 2022 where spirituality is concerned. There's a need to respect the divine feminine. There's a need to embody the qualities of the divine feminine. So it's like tapping in, tuning in to that energy and really playing it up this year. There's a need for that. I do see the occult factoring this year. I say that because of the owl here. There's hidden knowledge, esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge that some of you may become privy to. Or maybe that's what you're going towards. You know, the people who are moving away from other practices may now be going towards occult, the older information. And that's it for spirituality. Now let's look at love and relationships. We'll use the Modern Witch Tarot. So what can we expect in love and relationships, in the area of love and relationships in 2022? I see some of you really exercising your discernment, holding back, guarding, and holding your vision and your values. Not being so quick to believe that someone is who they say they are. Not being so quick to give yourself away, give your love, your resources away. There is this energy of holding some things back, keeping things to yourself, making sure you can trust others before giving of yourself. I see people focusing more on themselves in 2022. Focusing on building themselves up, focusing on self-care, focusing on building up finances. There's a focus on self and sitting with self and cultivating, manifesting what it is one wants to see in their life. With the Hanged One in this card, we see this person is in like the state, right, of stasis. They're not moving, they're hanging. But with the halo around the head, we know that there's a purpose for this. The purpose is that there's messages that they need to receive. So in love and relationships, I see, and with both of these cards, there's like a standstill, but a standstill for a purpose, right? So I see that there may be some times this year where you feel like things are stagnant when it comes to relationship, not moving forward, or where there's some confusion about relationship, where you know you need to really sit with yourself, take stock of how things have gone, so that you can have an idea of how to move forward. Some of you are not going to know what to do in a particular relationship. You won't know if you should move forward with the person, if you should let go in a new direction. You're just not sure of what to do. You are being encouraged to guard your wealth, guard your vision. Like if you know the type of relationship you want to be in and you're not getting that, you know what you want, and you haven't been able to procure that yet. There's something about holding tight to your vision so that you can manifest that, right? Guarding yourself. This is a year of self-protection I'm seeing. So the good thing about this is that there's definitely the energy of love, of camaraderie, of union and partnership here, of health and healing coming to partnerships where there was like a confusion and a stagnancy. So that's good, but it doesn't come without its issues. The Seven of Swords is out, so now I understand why the Four of Pentacles and the Hanged One was here. Some of you have been through such a hard time in relationships. People have stolen from you, lied to you, betrayed you, taken you for a ride. And now because of this, you know that you need to stop before moving into this space, you know that you need to stop before choosing who you're doing this with, right? What I love about the Two of Cups is that there's an equal give and take. There is, equality, reciprocity in the relationship. For some of you, you're in a relationship where there is betrayal, where there's lying, where someone is getting away with something, and really it's really hard, right, for you. But what I like about these cards is that I think you're seeing this clearly, and it's making you stop and take stock of what it is you truly want. For those of you, there are some of you where someone's going to come to you with an offer of love. This could be someone who did you wrong in the past, and you're going to take some time to stop and really, for those of you who are interested, because some of you are not interested, you're going to take some time out to stop and really consider if this is the right move forward. Like, I see you just being more thoughtful and discerning in your relationships, and that's actually a really good thing. I think sometimes we get so caught up in the excitement and the passion of the beginning of relationships that we don't, we avoid honesty. We avoid being honest with ourselves and with the other person, and then we, go into it and later on end up breaking up anyway. There's love here. There is great love here with the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. A lot of beautiful emotional connections and love that can easily turn into this, right? The Tower again. But the way we get to this, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, and away from this Seven of Swords, is this thoughtful, this very thoughtful energy where we're stopping, we're discerning, we're really thinking about things and thinking them through. But I'm really excited about this. This is really good for those of you who are single and who are looking. This is good for those of you who have been in, a relationship with a person who's a good person, but there's been trouble, because this is showing there's an energy of love coming in. It's going to take some stillness, some discernment, like I keep saying, right? The ability to make right choices. But I do see this being a really good year for lovers and for relationships. Some of this can actually apply to relationships with family, like taking a time out, stopping, and really making sure that these relationships are healthy enough for you to, stay connected. Okay, so let's now move on to career and finance, money. See what's coming in 2022. Where career and finance is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about career and finance for 2022? Yep, with the Death card, the Six of Swords, some of you are moving on from a particular career, a particular job. There's just like movement. Okay, you are moving in a new direction, leaving something behind, something that hasn't brought satisfaction. Like, some of you are just really over what you do to bring in money with the Four of Cups here. Now, this could also represent being over just your financial situation and knowing that there needs to be an ending when it comes to that. You want more peace and balance in your life, and some of you know that you're not going to get that in your current situation. You know that it's not going to happen, and so you're ready to just move forward. Some of you are moving, changing residence, and that's going to cause you to have to leave a particular job or career behind. Some of you are traveling more for work in 2022, maybe overseas travel, doing business overseas. What I like, though, is even with this energy of an ending, right, of dissatisfaction and an ending with the Ace of Swords here, we know that you are getting, a lot of us are getting new business ideas that are very lucrative. This is like the start of something new, new business ideas, new job offers, new jobs, new contracts are coming in. So this is just the very start of it. You're going to need to really be moderate, balanced, and seek peace in your way forward. Like really, and this is the same thing with the message for love and actually for spirituality. Like there's a need to be honest with ourselves about what we want and then to pursue that, right? Instead of continuing to do things because we feel we should, because that's what we've been doing, although we know in our gut it's not right, right? So you're approaching things in a new and balanced way with more honesty. I do see for some of you who have had great financial difficulty, you'll kind of start to feel like things are balancing out and that you may get some spiritual support that's coming to you. There is, you have guides or ancestors who are alchemizing in the spiritual realms, who are really working to bring something to you. Your job, though, is to be in this Ace of Swords energy where you're paying attention to what feels good, right? To what feels right, and moving away from those things that don't. Final messages about finance and career. What do we need to know? Some of you may be gaining some type of inheritance this year. Could be receiving money from selling a house. Just money coming from an ending. They want you to pursue your ideas, like really go out it's like taking action, but with this as the Knight of Swords and not like the Knight of Wands. What it feels like to me is when these ideas come in from the Ace, right? The Ace of Swords is kind of like that, the seed being planted. They don't want you to sit on it. Like, get busy, get going. See yourself as the knight, as the warrior who's going out to complete the task, right? Some of you have been sitting on ideas for too long. That time is over. It's time to get up, and get going with this Knight of Swords. Stop playing. Spirit is like, just stop playing. Be compassionate with yourself this year. There's like this need to feel like an abundant being, whether or not you are. Because the more you feel, like literally feel it, visualize it, feel the emotion you would have, if you were abundant, the more it comes close to you, the closer abundance and wealth is drawn to you. Some of you are going to have great financial comfort and you don't even know that. There's some people I'm talking to right now where you can't see what's coming for you. You can't even imagine. But by the end of the year, you're going to be sitting on great wealth and abundance. Okay? Ashe. So let's close with a few of the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards. All right. Sacred Destiny Oracle, my guys. What do we need to know for 2022? What are the messages for the year of 2022? Okay, so here we go again. I feel like this message is being reinforced about this moving away, letting go of something, releasing, right? The release card is saying we have to let those things fall away that are not working for us anymore, that don't feel right for us. And we know, we have a gut sense that they don't work anymore. We're allowing them to fall away so that something new can come up in its place. We have the release card. So just like, the trees in the northern hemisphere every winter are going to shed their leaves, right? Lie dormant for a little while and then become beautiful and lush in the spring months. We too follow those same cycles. So this is a cycle of release, of letting go. Be hopeful and know that no matter what you're releasing, no matter how hard it is, this is what you'll get in its stead. Like, this is what will replace that loss, right? That release is success. You have a great opportunity to kind of switch things out this year, like switch out something that's trash, that doesn't work anymore, for something that's really beautiful and wholesome and helpful to you. With the taking risk card, releasing stuff that we're used to is a risk, It's like you need to drop some of the baggage and soar. There are things you're holding on to that are not helpful for you, that are no longer aligned with your energy. Your energy has shifted. And so now you need to go to a new level. You need to experience something new. So be open to letting something go this year. It might be multiple things. And be compassionate with yourself and know that it's okay. Change is very much a part of life. Sometimes we resist it. Don't resist this change, because success comes with it. And then we have the embracing card. So some of you, the change is going to come to you. The release is going to come without you even having to put any effort in. And you're being encouraged to embrace it. Embrace it. Know that everything is going to be okay, right? And on the bottom of the deck, we have courage. We're all going to need the courage to accept that we need to release things, to embrace the changes that are coming, to take the risk, right? I really, truly believe that this is going to be a great year for a lot of us. Prioritize your mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. Prioritize going towards those things that bring you great joy, comfort, and that uplift your spirits, because that's where you're going to find the greatest success and well-being. I truly believe that we are going to thrive in the year 2022. Ashe.